Good evening and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're here with yours truly, Clark Green, and we are going to be talking about addiction and aggression caused by video games.
Peggle, a popular casual puzzle game developed by PopCap Games, is widely known for its bright, colorful design and addictive gameplay. Players aim to clear orange pegs from the board using a ball that bounces unpredictably, creating a combination of strategy and luck. While the game is often viewed as fun and stress-relieving, there are aspects of its design that could, in certain contexts, contribute to frustration and aggression. One of the main sources of potential aggression in Peggle stems from its difficulty curve and the role of randomness in gameplay. While early levels are relatively simple and forgiving, as players advance, they encounter more complex puzzles that require precision aiming and perfect timing. However, Peggle is also a game that heavily incorporates luck. The ball's unpredictable bounces can often lead to outcomes that feel beyond the player's control. When players fail to complete a level, especially after multiple attempts, frustration can build. The randomness factor can make it feel like progression is more about chance than skill, which can lead to feelings of helplessness. It can trigger aggressive frustration. In the case of Peggle, players may become irritated, particularly if they have invested significant time in trying to clear a challenging level. Another factor contributing to aggression in Peggle is its addictive nature. The game is designed to encourage players to try just one more time, a classic example of reinforcement that creates a compelling cycle of play. As players experience small rewards such as clearing pegs and earning points, their brains release dopamine, which is associated with pleasure and motivation. This reinforces the desire to keep playing even after a frustrating loss. However, the cycle of repetitively failing and trying again, only to experience another random failure, can increase stress and frustration over time. When a player becomes emotionally invested in progressing through levels or achieving high scores, the impact of these repeated setbacks can amplify, leading to irritable and even hostile. While Peggle may not be as overly violent or intense as other games, it still demonstrates how seemingly harmless games can trigger psychological responses that lead to aggression and addiction, particularly when players face repeated setbacks or competition. By being aware of these effects, players can adopt strategies to manage their emotional reactions, ensuring the games remain a fun and stress-relieving activity rather than a source of frustration.
Video games nowadays cause a lot of aggressive habits further on in life. And what is that? I think we have a real-life example. Let's cut over to that.
Well, I guess if this thing comes up short, he can field it.
God, I love college football. Come on.
56-yarder.
Come on.
It's got, no, does not have the leg.
Ah, we almost had him.
Takes it to the back of the end zone. He'll
Okay,
run it out to the
okay.
10, 15, 20.
Come on, someone get him.
35, 40.
Someone get him. Come on. Come on, no. 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 Damn it. Joey, come here. Come here. Go get me another beer. I want to play with you. I want to play with you.
Daddy, that hurt.
I said go get me a beer, boy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Daddy, here you go. I'm sorry.
Does that look like damn beer?
It's
Does that look like damn beer? God, I wish I could just watch college football and beat my wife. Now I gotta beat you too.
Wow. That really is a good example of what video games can do for aggressive habits later on in life. Before I get over to the addiction side of things, I think I want to interview my good friend Maxim on what video games have done to him in his life. Today we are joined by my great friend Maxim, and we're just going to be asking him some questions about what video games have done in his life. My first question for you, Maxim, is how often do you play video games?
I'd say about 5 times a week.
Ooh, 5 times a week. And, with those 5 times a week, do you think video games have caused any addictive habits in your life?
I mean, I drink a lot of beer, but, like, I don't see that as a problem. A lot of people say it is, but, like, that's not an addiction. That's just a hobby.
Okay, addiction, not a hobby. It's a bad sign. And, we're also going to be asking Max, think any aggressive habits come from video games?
I mean, yeah, I get a little handsy with some of my friends.
Sorry about that. We had to do a little cut there for something inappropriate, but where we were at, what about aggression?
I just get a little handsy with my friends. I mean, like, it's just playful, though. Like, I've only hurt them a few times.
Only a few times. Let me tell you, I've been firsthand victim of that.
No, you weren't.
Okay, no, I wasn't. And lastly, do you think you can quit video games whenever you want?
No, I really don't think so. I feel like it's really developed me into the person I am today.
You heard it here, folks. Video games cause issues. And now we'll be talking about how video games cause addiction. And oh my, we've done it again? Another real life example. Let's cut to it.
I need to double my money.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm all in.
Okay.
Come on. Yes. Yes, 20. No.
Would you like insurance, sir?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Come on.
Here, stand.
Come on. Stand.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry, sir.
No, my money, my savings, my life savings.
GTA 5, or other known as Grand Theft Auto, is a video game franchise developed by Rockstar Games and has had a long subject of controversy due to its open-world gameplay, violent content, and depiction of criminal behavior. GTA's design encourages extended gameplay through its open-world structure, mission-based progress, and interactive environment. Unlike other games, GTA offers players nearly limitless freedom to explore and engage in side activities and make choices with a predefined path. This sense can become deeply immersive, promoting escapism and leading some individuals to neglect real-world responsibilities. One of the key psychological mechanisms at play is the game's reward system. Players are frequently rewarded for completing missions, gaining money, acquiring weapons, or increasing their in-game status. These rewards can trigger dopamine release in the brain that can be associated with pleasure and addiction. The unpredictable nature of these awards makes the behavior more resistant to stopping, mirroring mechanisms found in something like gambling addiction. Beyond addiction, GTA has also been scrutinized for its portrayal of violence and morally bad behavior. The game frequently places players in control of characters who engage in criminal acts such as robbery, assault, and murder. This exposure to virtual violence raises concerns about desensitization and the normalization of aggressive behavior. Research suggests that repeated exposure to violent content can dull emotional responses to real-world violence, making aggressive actions appear more acceptable or even routine. Aggressive behavior may also be primed through cognitive mechanisms. Playing violent video games can activate aggressive thoughts or mental scripts, increasing the likelihood of hostile responses in real-life situations. This effect may be especially pronounced after a frustrating gameplay experience, such as failing a mission or losing to another player. The competitive and sometimes toxic nature of GTA's online mode can further contribute to anger, resentment, and verbal aggression towards others in real-life situations. While not every individual who plays Grand Theft Auto 5 will develop problematic behaviors, the game's design and content can pose psychological risks. Its immersive and reward-giving gameplay can foster addictive tendencies, while its normalization of violence may contribute to aggressive behavior, particularly among impressionable or vulnerable players. As with many forms of media, the effects depend largely on the personnel, environment, and psychological factors. Therefore, responsible gaming habits, parental oversight, and greater awareness of these risks are essential in mitigating potential harm. Wow. We've learned so much about how video games cause addiction and aggression. I'm your host, Clark Green. I'll see you next time.